We're back. If you're 15 or 16 years old right now, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna feel like a very, very weird stage of your life. You're finishing school, you're worrying about GCSEs, your friendships are changing, and everyone's asking you what do you wanna do with your life, and you don't even fully know who you are yet. It's a very, very big shift, and most people will feel lost at your age. I'm 27 years old now, but I genuinely remember what it was like to be 16, and I'm pretty sure you lot probably saw me on TV as a 16-year-old, so trust me, I'm not too far away from it. Today, I wanna share with you 3 things that I genuinely wish I knew when I was 16 that would have saved me years of stress, confusion, and just bad decisions. Quickly, before we get into it, if you're a 15 to 27-year-old, you're trying to plan your future, you're trying to learn about money, or you're just trying to avoid certain mistakes, definitely subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna have a lot of videos that you're gonna like. The first thing that I wish I knew when I was 16 is GCSEs are not the be-all and end-all. Don't get me wrong though, I'm a big advocate for GCSEs. I think you should try your best, and I think mindset matters, so you need to try and do good in everything that you do. Also, GCSEs are very important for a few reasons. They teach discipline, and they get you into exam practice and actually working under pressure, and also they get you into your colleges or your sixth form. So they are quite important in that regard. However, in my opinion, that's pretty much where their power ends. I can confirm that GCSEs are not going to define your life. I honestly can't remember the last time I even mentioned my GCSEs, and not to mention that every qualification you gain after will supersede your GCSEs anyway. So A-levels are much more important, and your uni is even more important than that. GCSEs are just a stepping stone rather than something that's actually going to stick with you forever. So please do not put unbearable pressure on yourself. Of course, you need to try and do well, but do not let anyone convince you that one exam result is going to define your whole life, because it's just not realistic. I know people who done very well at GCSEs who are doing very bad now, and I know people who did very bad at GCSEs who are more successful than everyone. So it doesn't really matter. The second thing that I wish I knew at 16 was the compounding effect and how important consistency is. I need you lot to listen to this one really carefully. If you can leave school and commit to one thing for 10 years, by the time you are 26, you will be an expert in that field, and you probably will be a success no matter what you choose. It doesn't matter if it's construction, hair and beauty, content creation, sports, anything. If you put 10 years into something and work consistently every single day, it's really gonna add up over time. I, unfortunately, however, didn't understand this, so it led me to doing a lot of chopping and changing and just making so much mistakes. I always thought in the short term and thought what can make me the most money quickest, or what can give me the quickest come up, and it tends to backfire. When I got to 21, I finally locked in on something, started London Lighting, worked at that every day for 5 years, and here I am 5-6 years later with a successful company. So the consistency really does compound over time. But now imagine I had that mindset from when I was 16, all of the things I would have been able to achieve. I like to use one of my friends as an example. His name's Sahir, and he's a pilot. From the day we got into school in year 7, he said he wanted to be a pilot. He knew exactly what he wanted to be. He made steps every single day, that now he's 27, he's a pilot for British Airways, he's earning incredible money, and he's living his dream life. That's amazing. I'm not sitting there saying you need to know at 11 years old exactly what you want to do. He was very unique in that regard. However, the point still stands. Consistency over time really does add up, and it will give you a head start over everyone. Once you figure out what you want to do, lock into it, because time is your biggest advantage. Third thing I wish I knew at 16 was how important investing is. And this is whether you care about money or you just care about security, it doesn't matter. It will be important for every single person watching this video.
I just want to say I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just my opinion, all right? Quick disclaimer there just to, all right.
But yeah, investing works very similar to point number 2 in terms of how it compounds over time. If I was 16 right now, I'd be learning about ISAs, stocks and shares, funds, understanding inflation, just understanding these basic things which will give you a massive, massive head up in life. And I'm not talking about crypto hype or penny stocks or just anything reckless. I'm just talking about basic fundamentals around investing and understanding how money grows over time. For example, if you started at 16 and invested £50 a month for 10 years at 10% interest, that would mean you put in about £6,000, but it would actually turn into £10,073. That's £4,000 that you would have made across the 10 years just by doing nothing extra. And that's only 10 years. If I change that to 30 years, the compounding effect is very exponential, which means at the end is when it starts to go. So that's when you really see some gains. It's just about understanding how over time things can really build and rapidly grow without you doing any extra work. I'm gonna be breaking down investing properly in different videos, talking to you about where to invest, how to invest, different types of investments and stuff, but I just wanted to touch on it here. And to be fair, when you're 16, you're limited in what you can invest in anyway, but it's much more about getting that preparation, so by the time you are 18, you know a lot more than everyone else. So yeah, to finish this off, being a 15 or 16-year-old is extremely tough. Everything feels uncertain, but trust me, that's normal. The pressure that you feel right now, it's okay, it's normal as well. The good thing is if you can lock in, pay attention and listen to some of the things I'm saying in this video now, you will have a head start over everyone. If you can lock in at 16, do you know how much you can achieve by the time you're 25? I need you lot to seriously understand that you have a unique opportunity. Even the fact you're watching this video shows that you want to learn from people, that you're willing to do things. If I could go back to 16 now, by the time I'm 25, I'd be everything I want to be. Listen to what I'm saying. And if I can help you avoid even just one mistake, then I've done my job. If you've got any questions or you want any advice, then please drop it in the comments. I'll answer to everyone. And yeah, man, good luck with your GCSEs and look out for the next video.